Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever the fluff you are. And as mentioned, I know I said I would try to give you a view of some of the Christmas markets. Well, here we go. Here's part one. There was maybe going to be like 2 or 3 little clips whilst I just wander my way through. I'm not buying anything, I'm just going to be browsing and perusing so that you can all see what the Christmas markets around Manchester look like for yourself, especially those of you who are not from this part of the Isles or maybe even this side of the world. So there's quite a few Americans who are watching some of my videos, as I can see on a lot of my transcripts that there's quite a few Americans. Nice pots, some colourful stuff. There's always going to be food stalls around. There's always food, which is really good. I'm probably going to get caught for copyrights, but whatever. I don't get paid anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Some lovely edibles. It's really nice. Some people might have mentioned Stalin's wall has gone, so the breach has been made. So basically Stalin's wall has disappeared. Anyone that knows the mythos of Stalin's wall around Piccadilly Gardens, obviously there's a nice big open breach now, which is really good. So we've got another bit of market care, which we'll have a quick look-ski at. I've also got some matting there to protect the grass. And all the poor grass underneath here will be dead. But obviously we've got pancakes, Nutella. I know you Yanks will call it Nutella, but it's Nutella. Obviously you can't go anywhere without having chips. Obviously we've got cookies and everything else and other stuff. Gas DJ booth, like main foodie hub. Hair, really good. And you've got everything. All like your gin and tonic with more wine, obviously your ciders, your prosecco, and fizzy stuff. Yeah, drumstick cocktails, Baileys, ooh, hot Baileys. You've got more beers over here, more bars, and Korean Bowburn. Really nice to see. We're going a bit blind here. We've got some good tunes going on at the moment as well, so it's alright. Obviously we've got your francophone stuff and Korean, and obviously there's German stuff around. Can't really go everywhere without German, but hey, it's looking good so far. Anyway, I'll give you a quick pause. I'll just reposition. Pause! Well, we have an arch of some sort anyway. So we've got dirty chicken, can't go wrong without chicken. More bits, cheeses. Obviously, gin bar, mum would love that, gin bar. Can't get away from gin bars. Candy. There's always going to be some somewhere. Ooh, crumbles. Oh, baked goods. Mum loves her halloumi fries as well, so it's another thing that Mum would want. Obviously, anything baked in cakes. It's another thing of Mum's. Plenty of stuff around this end. This is the closer side of Piccadilly Gardens. More stuff, more bars, more burritos and your nachos and your things like that, so your Mexican stuff. Yeah, fish and chips. I'll zoom you out a little bit so you can get a better view of things. And obviously we've got more stuff, so we've got Porky's Grill over here as well, so they do a lot of like beef burgers and other stuff. Venison burger, ooh, that would be a nice one. We've got over here, obviously we've got another bar, another clubhouse. Or back, sorry. Farmhouse kitchens. Ooh. mushrooms, cumberland sausages, big sausages. Obviously we've got your paella, meatballs, obviously we've got something, smell a bit of chorizo somewhere. And yes, I did say chorizo, not chorizo. Tipsy Wheels is back, awesome. And then obviously you can't go anywhere without having a tower structure somewhere. We've got more bar seating and everything, so mingle my way through people. Love it. Bar humbug. Obviously you're going to have your photo booths and photo ops. More areas, more seating, it's really good. There's DJs everywhere, which is really good. Keeps the atmosphere moving, keeps it content. The après ski bar. If anyone knows anything of my past, you would know I would probably spend most of my time at après ski. And taste to vostre. Very good. If you see anything, don't forget, pause is always useful for you guys, because I am literally just walking just to show you and then moving on. So there's some good gins, all that. Good selection from what I can see anyway. One thing, no Guinness. But then again, Guinness might not be to everybody's taste. But yes, obviously you're gonna have your heroes and your gourmet, butcher sausages with your minted lambs, chicken Christmas dinner. Yeah, that would be a nice one, especially if it's in a giant Yorkie. Now, if I wasn't here for other things, I probably would be a fat pig and I would be gorging out anyway. So this is this bit. I will pause and you will find another spot. So pause for now. I can't exactly do everything without covering up the normal street food area as well. So obviously we're going to have all of your favourite foods around here as well. Obviously the salt and pepper, chicken, peri peri, stick it to the cantina. Yes, we do have some nerdy puns. We do get nerdy puns into. Yes, a lot of it around here as well. So it's a good Dutch fish. Anyway, pause for now. Obviously we've got a bit which is out round behind the hill and all that. So yes, I'm probably going to be drowned out by all the dude with the peacocks in the set. We've got candy stalls. Don't worry, I will do both sides. Peacocks a dude. And we've got more stuff out, so obviously personalise your decorations. Looks like we've got some really good things on here. Again, if you need to look at anything, just pause. I'm only briefly walking around them. I'm not stopping at many places. I'm just walking around everything. The wine and spirits area, and some of your obviously your woolens and winter stuff. So if anyone needs gloves or earmuffs or even fluffy jackets, personalised teddy bears, personalised photos and everything else. Really good. It's always fine little knickknacks, especially if it's younger kids. Gives them something else. Gives them something a bit different than just the usual piece of plastic. So we've got more artisan sweets and baked goods. So we've got some macaroons and things on there as well. Obviously shiny, more personalised personalised tree things. Plenty of things down here to get a selection of. This set is just this side of the doorway, and then going further down, a few more bits and pieces. Obviously we've got more back in artisan. Street singers. More spirits, more handbags, and mullins, some nice things. Do apologise if I'm going too fast. I'm just making a walk around so I don't have an hour-long video. So, coasters, mugs, hanging signs, some funky things, especially if you like your Nightmare Before Christmas. Quite a few Americans might like that one. So we've got Fudge Company back. More bits and pieces.
And you can't buy it online?
Quite a few nice things around. Ooh, I see something funky. Something a little bit more alternate. So, yeah, a few more. Posters. Totoro! Yes, I have Totoro on my mouse mat, remember, people? But it is nice seeing. There is more of it down there, which I will probably cover, and then we will make our way back up. But yes, that is the way to and from food court of the Arndale. A lot of what's around here has changed, even in just a few years. It's changed quite a bit. But this is what you get around here. Basically, for those of you that don't quite know, the Arndale is basically a giant shopping mall in the centre of the city. Now, obviously we've got wooden furniture if you like your backyard stuff, or you want to make your own in-house bar and things, and we've got a lot of wooden goods here. Also we've got another candy stall down here, so I will just have a quick view of this, pause, and then go further back up again. Yeah, just got the candies there. Okay, so pause, and we will start going back up the other way, and we will see what we can see. Pause. So this is the walk back up. See, some non-alcoholic health drinks, ginger and turmeric, more chocolate pieces. Obviously you've got to have a defib somewhere. Obviously you're going to have other stall sellers around, macaroon stalls. It's really nice to see a lot of different foods around. This is where you've got all the carvings and everything else on here as well, so I've got quite a lot of really nice stuff. Something my granddad used to do a lot, was a lot of wood carving. Somewhere in the house there's a big fish plaque that Grandad did a long time ago. But all of your custom wooden hats. Obviously got Pika, Sonic, rainbows, loads of different things. Same with some red pandas. And two, really good. More cheeses. Plenty of cheeses. Gotta go around with cheese. Obviously, chocolate and rum. Really good combination. You do get hammered, but quite a lot of other stuff going on. And yeah, obviously there's going to be a few breaks in it, just because you can't block out all the streets up. But it's all spread out, and it does seem a bit bigger this time, or at least to my recollection. Anyway, it's been a few years since I've wandered around the markets down here, being not exactly within the city, but within kind of the greater catchment of the city. You don't always get down all the time, so you know. Obviously we've got more things over there, and giant cookies, and some stuffed cookies, and some brownies, More chocolate, looks like chocolate apples and Gegen muffins. More handbags. More of your ultimate stylies. Bit of Marley, bit of Oasis, a little bit of decoratives, especially if you like the mushrooms. It's more shiny. More signs. It's really good. Some of these. Me too, cat, me too. Something that should be up on my wall, the Playboy sign, but I can't hang anything up on that wall. I'm not allowed. Love those books. Some green. There's some nice stuff around here. Some coasters and posters, water coasters. Really good. More jewellery and shiny. More trippy out. Spinny wind things. Really trips your mind out. Just give you a couple more seconds of the guy that's beatboxing. Give her a yes way up behind. Try to do. And we'll find another spot. So it's down on St Anne's Street. I think we're not quite on St Anne's Square, but we're around the corner. So obviously we've got more stuff, but pizzas and more areas for that. Some more bag stalls. Looks like some really good stuff there. Spirits, more shiny. Rock shop, I think they've got the Great North Pie. Being from Wigan, obviously, I know pie, so yeah, and I won't call that pie, I will say pie, but hey, it's all here. So it's the rich, obviously, more decadent foods. Lovely gooey brownies. There's a lot of some nice stuff. More jewellery and things. See, toffee vodka, more stuff. If you like your flavoured alcohols, you can't go wrong with coming around these markets. More jewellery. And it's like the 7th or 8th now. Really good to see more out. Really good to see a lot of them out. Obviously I can see a bratwurst. Yeah. If anyone likes the pop culture and nerdy stuff, and obviously come around here. No nameplate, but actually no. There you go. So that was Sugar Ray Arts. Yeah. I just had a quick conversation with him, so that was nice. He's a really top bloke. So if you want to come down and find your custom artworks and stuff, give it a hit up. He's just over in the corner. So the bratwurst stalls over there, obviously. Again, can't go wrong with that. Hey, but garden co-op, or garden coop. Obviously, yes. Hence why they had the fox there. So it's the chicken stall. More interiors and things. More nice stuff. You want more custom stuff, and obviously German salamis, some meats and picks. Very good. Cheese grillers, I know they're good. Bratwurst and bockwurst. I've eaten quite a few of those over the years. If you want your cushions and your pillows, some nice stalls down here. So rapturous. Some crafts. Some nice watches and some wrist cuffs. The shinies, more things. Anyone likes their odd collectibles? There's some Minions in there, and the Who, Doctor Who things, and quite a lot of oddities. And yes, got Nightmare Before Christmas, and some Star Trek, Star Wars, and obviously Transformers, and loads of other little bits and pieces in there. is really good. Obviously got more, another cocktail bar, really good. The chocolate things. I might have to dip away from this bit for a second because it is getting a little bit crowded over here. So I've got a bit of another good seating area, some more stuff in there, some more bars. Gonna have a quick look up here. I know I'm going to get copyrighted. There's a bar over there. So don't think there's anything on the side, so I'll walk through here. More things over there. If I miss anything on the side, I will give it a quick look. Yes, there's a couple of things on the side actually. Good job I kept around this way just to check it. So another candy stall over here, some more jewellery. More phone booths, photo booths, sorry, not phone booths. Breaking all over the place. Another mulled wine bar. Really nice to see how many new different things there are around. There's a big kitchen, so Kaiserscham, one strudel. If you know where we are, you know where we are. It's a really good spot down here. Everyone's friendly. So we will catch the last little bits and then I will have to dive for my appointment. So obviously the other side of where we were for bits, and then again more the Manchester shop, which is in Affleck's Palace. Anyone knows that? And yes, because the Manchester shop took over from what was Cyberdog. I miss Cyberdog, I really do. I think I was one of the only oddballs that bought things from in there. Luminology, so you got your luminous signs, cheese board, some of your preserves and jams and some of your cheeses. Wooden puzzles, chessboards, chess pieces, which is again all quite cool.
True. Cool for that though is about the size of a normal.
They've got chocolate dipped strawberries in here. Really good. I might buy some things, I might not. But at the moment I am literally just filming to catch up. So, the sweet pancake house, which is right here. And then we've got your, I think, soaps and bath bombs. And then you've got your sweets pancake house right there. So, I think the last place that I know of, which is still which has one of the Christmas markets, is down by the football museum, which I will do later on. So, pause for now. Down the Cathedral Street area, another German area with currywurst and things like that. Some good stuff around here. Look for a minute. There's a bar down here as well. More things down here. So this is usually part of the more expensive area throughout the city, but you need some more spirits, obviously little candle Christmas houses, which if you've got a nice big ornament space, stuff like that would look really good in there. Let's have a look at what's on the other side, just near the old Ted Baker. Ooh, hats and mittens and more bags and belts. It smells very strong of leather. The leather, anything, you can tell the proper. So, more like crystal-y angels and things like that. There, obviously bottle openers, rocks, book clocks. Quite a cool idea. Let's carry on this side, then we'll swing around each way. Some more chocolatey stuff, more brownies, candles, beeswax. Yes, the beeswax ones, which are really good. More stuff. Steak and frites. We've got more burritos. Strange sometimes seeing burritos, but hey, what you get. Something that's a bit more up my street is the skulls and the weird tankards and cups. Yeah, steampunky incense, which I've always got some incense going at home. More big candy cables and candy laces and bags of candies and all your other bits and pieces there. So we're basically between M&S and like your Canada Goose and Harvey Nicks. You've got that round here, and your Boss stuff. Obviously your Polo and Ralph Lauren. Yeah, I'm not being the commoner, this is what Ralph Lauren, like my auntie. Ralph Lauren. But got a few more things around here, some more candles. More like cakes to me, than the candles. Soy candles and wax melts. That's cool. And more hats and scarves and baby grows. So that's something my cousin would be probably interested in, because his kid's christening is coming up at the time of filming. By the time this goes out, christening will have happened. So more cheeses, Cheshire cheeses. So again, if you want to read it, pause. Got hot chocolates and more things. A lot of good stuff. More giant candies. Oh, classic cream fudge, Biscoff, Oreos. Yeah, all your fudge needs down here at Rupert's. Obviously, and brain every time I think of Rupert, not Rupert the bear, but Rupert from Ted Lasso. Another bar, so more bars, really good. Off we go into the main part of like Exchange Square, and you see where some of the history is. So if you've seen anything on like Martin Zero's channel and some of the others like What With Me, I think, and you will see the history of these buildings and what's around here, because the cathedral's just over there, and some of these buildings like the old Wellington is one of the oldest buildings left standing, whereas that one is technically a faux. It's still old, but it's not quite as old. But there is also a bit more stuff up here, so actually I'll go back up the steps because I made a misstep, and then we'll go back up. So from the olive tree, so more of wooden carvings and things, and then you want your nice tweed waistcoats and hats like that. And there's a spirit stall, which is really good. So Riverside Craft Spirits. So again, if you want to read anything, pause. I'm going to have to keep saying that because I know I'm going too quick for some people, but it's just how it is. Obviously we've got the more things, we've got more bath bombs and big soap sponges and gift boxes. Another area. Didn't even realise this was down here. This was not what I spotted the other day, the other time I was here. But hey, more anything for the kids, and Daisy and Ralph, obviously.
Yeah, I've got this message off you.
Mill Exchange, got more bars and restaurants and things. Obviously, yeah, I know that would probably be a joke to some people. Extra sausage. There's always going to be someone. Very busy around here. Very busy. And again, what do you expect? We're in the middle of the city, just before Christmas. Well, just before December. So, more hot chocolates and cocktails, more bars, more Bailey's hot chocolate topped with whipped cream and a flake, £8. So it's not bad for them. Got another Porky Pigs, obviously. More Christmas boxes and food, so with all sorts of different things. So there's samosas, match, curries, tikka, combo boxes, things. It's insane! But this is what you get when you're down on the middle of the city. There's another one, and then before we head home, we will call it the last spot, which I can think of. Unless there is anything else down below. So there is actually a couple of things down below. So I will catch these and then probably catch the final few bits and then get the train home. Right, let's have a look at what's down here. So, yeah, this is all located down here. Which, also, if you want to go watch a movie, Printworks is a good place to go watch one if you're in the city centre. It's an awesome place in there. I went to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's movie last year when it was on opening day, when the one of the rarities when Britain actually got an earlier time slot for an opening than the States, and let's just say the staff in there were on fire with having the jokes and the puns. Got more with the cheese board, the crusty pies. So again, I'm going to do it well Wigan, so it's not pie, it's pa. It's got to be a pa. It's definitely got to be crusty, especially if it's to do with latex. So you've got your nerdy stuff, so you've got more hats and wallets and things, and I can obviously see Chica. So leading on to what I was just rambling on about a moment ago, there's some interesting stalls down here, which is really good. Better than some of the other Christmas markets that I've been to over the years. Got more hats and woolies, and Carl, if you're watching, there's a replacement for one of your favourite jumpers. More character hats, coats, and more hats again. Good. More spirits, flavoured rums. Lovely. Hang on a second. So I'll lose them. More jewellery. Customised nameplates. So, wooden name house. You want to come down and get something, you can do. So, if you want your brownie fix, find another place to get your brownies from. So, magic happens. Obviously, could have your allergens on there. Brilliant. Ooh, more hats, more woolies, more socks. Can't go wrong with socks for the old man. Can't go wrong with socks for the old man. If anyone likes the fluffy things, obviously, you got your fluffies and plushies over there. And as I said, the Oyster Bar, the building that's actually occupying, is an old building, but it's not as old as people think. Because all of that is just painted onto the outside stucco. But yes, this is a historic area around the city. Obviously, I think you've got the real old thing there, the old Wellington, and then you've got the add-on, which is obviously there, which isn't quite as old. I think it's about 150, maybe 200 years younger, and it has been moved a couple of times from its current locations, and it's been moved. Instead of being that way, it's been that way before, or it's been that way before, so it's been on different orientations. So I'll take a different route. I'll go down this way to the other side, and then it's also been raised up on stilts when one of the hidden rivers was culverted So somewhere underneath here there is a river. It's probably two rivers actually. Also you'll get a quick glance at the back end of the cathedral with some of the modern monoliths growing up around it. But, I mean, this is part of the old part of Manchester, part of the real history of Manchester, not just what you see in the Corn Exchange building. It's quite a large building inside. Maybe one day I'll give you all a look at that, but I mean it is a vast space, so that'll give you a bit of an idea of there. It is a triangle, but it is a large space. And obviously got a worker bee over there, so there's more stuff around here which I will give you a quick glance at. I'm not a history expert, but there are some historic areas around here, same as we've got Chetham's School of Music, which is just over here as well. So a lot of things over here. Got another Kingdom of Sweets, which is awesome. Can't go wrong with candy. Everyone loves candy. Got obviously the skating rink, which I'll show you in a second, and then we've got more of it over here. So another big winter bar, which is awesome. It's more of a smaller area. Still got some good things here. So obviously you've got the Greek stuff, your mulled wines and sparkling proseccos, and some of your other sort of mixes and things, more cocktails, Greek stuff, your wraps, your sausages and fries, burgers, your roasts, gnocchis. So obviously your big Yorkshire pudding wrap. So everything will be probably more than likely in a good old Yorkie, which is amazing, especially when you like them like that. And obviously sausages and burgers and everything, bratwurst, your paprika sausages, your frankfurters, more other things. It's awesome. Yeah, we've got a little bit of the waterfalls behind. I'll just give you a quick pause a second whilst I just go around the other side. So pause for now. Just by the National Football Museum we have the mini ice arena, which is usually here quite a lot, which is actually quite a good area to go to. It's a nice space, quite a large area as well, so it's pretty good. Don't know what it's like in there, never been in, never really had anyone with me at the time to actually need to go in there, or anyone that's actually wanted to go in there. So pretty good on the outside of it, especially if you want to obviously do stuff to do with football or soccer. And you've got the National Football Museum right here, which I believe this was called the Urbis building. It's a bit mad, a bit mental around here. And then just poking beyond there again, Chetham's School of Music. And then right over here, behind the trees, is the train station where I'm going to be going home. So I will wrap that up because I can't even see anything of the ice arena, so I will wrap this up here basically. Yeah, sorry about my face, I just had laser done, hence why I was really avoiding doing anything. But yeah, if you like what you've seen, then give it a like. If you want to comment anything because you know anywhere that I've missed, then comment it down below. If you want to come down here and check it out for yourself, then go for it. So always remember, always practice good mental health. You only get out of life what you put in it. So if you only put the tiniest amount in, you will get the tiniest amount back. I will see you starside. Goodbye.